Hey everybody, this is Troy Alexander. We are one more time on Hamilton Radio, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. We have a phenomenal guest tonight. Listen, I'm going to introduce her in just one moment. But listen, I told you what's our motto? Dream. Take that step and do what? Walk with purpose into your destiny. This show is about encouraging you to follow your dream and know that it's not over. No matter where you are, who you are, what you're against, what you're dealing with, it's not over. Continue to follow and hold on to your dream. Really quick, listen, I got one point of purpose that I want to share with you really quick, and then I got to share one more thing with you. Listen, whatever time it is, be your best in that moment. Wherever you find yourself, be the best in that moment. Because I'm telling you, you don't know who's in the room. You don't know who's looking, who's listening. I'm telling you, it's important to wherever you are, make sure that you be the best of who you are in that moment. And the next moment, be the best at that moment as well. Keep on setting goals for yourself so that it keeps you focused. It keeps you purpose. I'm telling you right now, I'm excited tonight. We have a wonderful show. And listen, I got a few things I got to share with you that happened from last week to this week. Guess what, y'all? I am now being broadcast on a television network. Yes, this show is being broadcast on CTF-TV network with Eric Ziegler. Thank you so much for broadcasting our show on your television network. I'm excited. I told y'all one day I was going to be on TV, but listen, that's only the beginning. I'm telling you right now, there's so much more for your life and my life. Listen, guess what? I'm going to have a photo that's going to be on Times Square on the billboard. Yes, I took a photo getting ready for New York Fashion Week next week. I'm excited. Next Friday, y'all, February 7th, our photo is going to be in Times Square. First time ever. I'm telling you, hold on to your dream. I never saw all of that. But I'm telling you right now, it's about believing and walking in your purpose and your destiny. And I got one last thing. Thank you so much to Alyssa Lego and Amanda Wiskowski. Thank you so much. A photo of ours was on the cover of Strut Magazine Winter Edition. Thank you so much. Listen, I went home the other night and I'm online, right? And I'm saying, wait a minute, and it was there. So all I'm telling you is there is no dream that is too big. There is no dream that you can't reach. Hold on to your dream and don't ever give up on your dream. Listen, I'm going to introduce our amazing guest on tonight, and she is phenomenal. I'm so excited for her coming on our show. We want to welcome Nnenna Eke. Yeah, listen, she is age 17. She is an aspiring aerospace engineer and environmental scientist. She is Miss Eastern States 2020. She plays the violin, first stand in the district orchestra, and also did a duet for the concerto number 4. And she learned it in 1 month or in under a month. She has a GPA of 3.5. Let's welcome Nnenna. Thank you so much for being with us. Listen, we're going to let you get ready to play your song. But listen, y'all, we have a treat tonight. So once you get ready, let me know. So and we'll cue the producer to begin the track. But listen, I'm excited tonight. Listen, you're in for a treat. I asked a special young lady to come on, and she said, I said, can you play? Yes, she said, willing to play her violin. So this is a first. We've never had anyone actually play an instrument on the show live, but tonight you are the first. Thank you so much. And we are honored tonight. So at this time, can I introduce Miss Nnenna Eke? Oh, our producer is giving us a cue. So while he's getting that ready, listen, I'm telling you, there is so much that has happened, as I said, from last week to this week. And I've told you before, don't ever give up on your dreams. No matter what's going on in your life, hold on. Listen, I told you my testimony before. I had a stuttering problem as a child. I couldn't talk as a child, but now I got 2 radio shows. Now I go around and I motivate people. I'm telling you, where you are doesn't mean that it's over, that there's more after that. So hold on to your dream. Keep pressing forward and don't give up. Ruben, let me know when you're ready to cue it. All right, so listen, we're excited tonight. Thank you so much, Nnenna, for coming on our show. We're going to listen to your wonderful rendition that you're going to share with us, and then we're going to talk more about it. We have a whole lot to talk with this amazing young lady. Are we ready, Ruben? We are ready. Here we go. Okay, we got 5 seconds as per the producer. Here we go. Y'all better give it up for Nnenna. I'm telling you right now. We'll bring the mic a little closer to you. Listen, y'all, let's give it up for Nnenna right now. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We're so excited for you. And we will make sure you're going to get our Ruben, our producer, going to help us out. Listen, I'm so proud of you, Nnenna. That was wonderful. That was beautiful. And we're so proud of you. Oh, my goodness. That was, how does that feel?
Well, it feels really good because that was a piece that I learned in under a month, and I just performed it just a week ago.
Wow.
So performing it for the first time, I was obviously nervous because I didn't have much time to learn it, but
wow.
Through hard work and dedication.
Yes, give me the one. I'm telling you, we are so proud of you, and thank you, Ruben, for listen. This is Ruben, our producer extraordinaire, and he's trying to make sure that we can see her face, your beautiful face, as while we're talking. So you can just come over a little bit more.
Okay.
There we go. So we can actually see you. Everybody can see you. Wonderful. So thank you so much again. So beautiful. When did you start playing the violin?
I started playing in the 3rd grade when playing an instrument became an option for all the students there. So I was like, hey, I'm not doing anything else other than playing soccer, so why not play the violin? So
I'm playing soccer, so why not do the violin? So now that's not easy. That's not easy to learn. So how long did it take you really to kind of get comfortable with it?
Well, I definitely had to apply myself to playing the violin, and I had wonderful teachers that were patient with me.
Yes.
And it just came naturally. That as soon as I knew that I wanted to do this for the long run, I made sure that I practiced a lot. And my mom could definitely vouch that I get on her nerves all the time because I practice all the time.
All the time. Awesome. Do you ever get nervous? Like was you nervous here?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, well, I couldn't tell. I mean, it was beautiful, and I love music, so I love, being able to watch someone go forth, and you were just so beautiful, so confident, so sure of yourself, and thank you so much. Thank you for blessing our audience with that wonderful rendition, and we're grateful that you're here with us. Listen, there's so much that I want to share with you or ask you, because when I read your bio, and we're going to get back into the violin. You want to be an aerospace engineer and environmental scientist. First of all, what is that and why?
Okay, so I'll start with an aerospace engineer.
Yes.
So aerospace has everything to do with NASA and building rockets, missiles, and satellites. And ever since I was 7, my mom got me a telescope from Toys R Us, right?
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, oh my God, I have a telescope. I'm going to use this right now. So I'm reading the directions, kind of not even looking at it, just setting it up on my own.
Right.
Then I take it outside, and it's a starry night. And I'm I don't see anything through here. So the telescope didn't work, and I never had the plan to make it work. So
okay.
So my 7-year-old self was heartbroken. But I kind of made it to seem if I can't see the stars tonight, I'm going to see them in the future in person.
Wow. Go ahead, Nnenna. Listen, y'all. Listen, that's a quote right there. You want to put that on a T-shirt. Even though I can't see the stars now, I'm going to see them in the future. I love that. That was so inspiring, what you just said. That should be a quote somewhere on somebody's billboard. But I'm telling you, I'm going to use that again. Is that all right?
On somebody's mug.
That's right. And so from there, it just became an interest.
Yeah,
to you, and it grew.
Outer space is it's so crazy. We know more about outer space than we do about our own oceans, and I think that's insane.
Wow. And so what are you going to actually do? So what is it that you want to do? You want to build something? Do you want to design? Do you want to actually be the person that actually works the control? What do you want to actually do as the aerospace engineer?
I kind of want to do a little dip in everything. I want to be the one to design the rocket, to end up building it, to end up flying it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right. That's why you're going to have your own name on your rocket.
I'm going to fly it because I built it and I know what it's capable of.
Wow. And you want to fly it too?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, y'all. She's not only going to design it and build it, she's going to fly it herself. That's what I'm talking about. And that's wonderful. And now this environmental scientist, how does that kind of fit into all of this?
I kind of just got into this year because, global warming and climate change is such a big thing.
Yes.
And, I feel we need more awareness on it because some people think it's just a fake and people are just being sensitive.
Right.
But if you really think about it, we only had 1 day of snow this winter so far. And, spring's right around the corner because all the stores are getting white pants all over again, and you know what that means.
Well, listen, I'm not complaining about the snow, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I don't have to shovel it and kind of get it out to it. But I do know what you mean, and it's wonderful that you have that. Now, does your mind always be thinking all the time? Because it sounds like to do aerospace and then also to Like, is your mind always wondering like about how something can be made better, or how to address this or how to address that?
Yeah, like almost all the time because I'm taking career prep classes at
Okay.
Mercer County Community College. So
Okay.
I'm taking college classes as
wow.
a senior in high school.
Go ahead. Yes, I love that. I
And I'm
love that.
taking aviation with is like for pilots who want to fly planes. And
You
I like
are.
yeah, and I get to hear things about like what it takes to be a pilot and like, you know, what they have to do to train and like the
Right,
type
right,
of planes
right.
they fly. And I'm like, wow, like it's not like really the same bracket, but it still has to do with like flying.
Right.
So it's kind of cool because I'm just learning like more things every day. So my mind's always turning. And you're
I
like,
love
maybe I
that.
should like apply this to aerospace too.
Oh my goodness! Listen, y'all. When I first met this young lady and she talked about aerospace I'm like, because first of all, when we did the first first photo shoot that we had, you were telling me that you were getting ready to go off to, I think, a Rutgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
To like some kind of course. What was it, like a science or some type of?
Yes, it was for Black engineers
Yes,
at
yes.
Rutgers University, and it was a program that was overnight, and you got to stay and like do a whole bunch of things, hear people talk, and it was pretty cool.
So when she's telling me all this, I'm like, I'm in the midst of somebody very intelligent, like very smart, very intelligent. I'm like, go, yes. I'm like, phenomenal, because you are so humble, like you're humble, but you're strong, and powerful. And I love that about you. I really do.
you.
I really do. And beautiful as well. So listen, we did one photo shoot already. Y'all, we're getting ready to do a number 2. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, we're getting ready. So I'm excited for the opportunity. So I want to ask you, like, in terms of the violin, now you read music.
Yes.
Now, do you write music?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So is that something that you want to do one day?
Yeah, I think it's like one of my dreams, but it's not like the main goal right now. But if I like come across it,
Yes.
and like I'd want to write my own orchestra score, that would be
love
really
that.
cool.
That would be really, you know what? Now see, listen, I love music. The only person that I really know that directs an orchestra is John Williams. Now, John Williams is the guy that does Star Wars. Like he's the one that, I'm not sure if he wrote the score. I think he might have, but like all of the Star Wars movies and so forth. So like that's really the only big name that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any other like sort of people that
Oh,
direct or write or?
here we go. Because okay, so like I like playing the violin, and you know like a lot of people say like, oh, you can't go like really far playing an instrument or having like a music major. So I'm like, no, that's a lie, because you could be in soundtracks for movies. And
Yes,
you
you
know,
can.
I love superhero movies. So in the Marvel soundtracks, I feel like they're the best kind of movie soundtracks.
wow.
So Alvin Silvestri, I'm coming for you as soon as I'm done in college.
Wow, I love it. She's coming for you. She's coming for. Listen, I'm telling you, and she's gonna catch you too. I'm just so you know. That's all. I love that. I love. You know what? I'm looking forward to the day I'm sitting in the theater and I'm seeing the credits go up, and I'm seeing that the music was composed and directed by Nnenna.
It's supposed to be like right there. I'm like,
Woo! I'm telling y'all, it's gonna happen, y'all. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you. Listen, mark my words. This is January what? 30th or 31st?
30th.
30th, 2020. Mark this. When you watch this video back and you watch them, I'll be like, listen, I know her. She said it right here on this show. Listen, that is gonna be a wonderful day. What's that gonna feel like, you think?
Oh, I don't even know. It's probably going to be like nostalgic. Feel like I remember when this was just a dream, and now it's like
Yes.
happening.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I can't wait.
Now, if you had a choice to write a score for one Marvel comic character, who would it be?
Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I feel like it's either between Captain Marvel or Doctor Strange, but I'm leaning more towards Doctor Strange.
Okay.
love Doctor Strange.
I haven't quite got into that yet. I haven't really seen that one yet.
Oh, my heart.
Wow, that is phenomenal. Well, listen, I want to ask you, in terms of your environmental scientist track, what would be the first thing that you really would want to give attention to and focus on?
Probably like how much greenhouse gases like do trouble to our environment. Like they think like because we're planting like trees and plants,
Right.
like it's great for our environment. And yes, it is in a sense, but it's also like giving off like bad
Right.
like molecules in the air like carbon dioxide, and you know we
Right.
can't breathe that in. We need oxygen.
Wow.
We can't have much, so I'd probably like plant as many trees as I can and cut down on like the use of cars and like try to cut down on
right,
pollution
right.
a lot.
Awesome. Now, I got to ask you, because you told me that your mother inspired you into the aerospace area with a telescope. Mm-hmm. Where did the environmental sciences, how did that come of an interest? Like at what age do you think it was that about?
Well, I first started like learning really about the atmosphere in 8th grade,
Okay.
and that's when we had to know like each layer.
Yes.
And then when they said like there's a hole in the ozone, I'm like, why? And they said because of like pollution. I'm like,
Wow.
that's our fault that we're killing the earth, and I like kind of want to reverse it because like we don't have we're not here on this earth forever, and I don't want to cut the time short.
Absolutely. Listen, you have to be inspired by this young lady, and she's age 17. She is a violinist. That's how you say it, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, make sure I get it right. Listen, I'm talking about first chair, right? First chair. Now that means what?
That's your best.
That means you're the best. First chair means you're the best. So listen, so not only that, but she's aspiring aerospace engineer, environmental scientist, and guess what, y'all? She is Miss Eastern State Teen 2020.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, and a pageant queen. She gonna be on a rocket up there in space with her crown on. I'm talking about. Yes, I'm telling you. Listen, you are so amazing. Listen, I'm telling you, but I'm like, wow, you're you are a role model. You are inspiring so many young people, not just young girls, but just young people in general. Do you feel that you are a role model?
I like to think of it in a sense because some people are like, oh my gosh, I want to be like you. Like when I grow up one day, oh my gosh. About 2 years ago, I was in my school's talent show.
Yes.
I was playing on the violin, and I was playing like urban music. I played "Lucid Dreams" by Juice WRLD because that's something like everyone in my school can connect to. And because playing the violin isn't something that like it's not really. I wouldn't say it's not accepted in my school, but like if you say you play an instrument, they'll be like, oh, like you play an instrument.
Right.
Yeah, so when I played it, like this little girl, she came up to me and she was like, I play the violin too. I'm like, you better keep playing it.
Yes.
Like keep playing it because
Yes.
it's something that not a lot of people can say they do in high school.
It's true. Well, you are truly an inspiration. I have to ask you, have you ever seen the show Black Violin?
No, I haven't, but I've seen it like everywhere. My aunt keeps telling me to watch it, but I just never had the chance
Well, listen. I'm going to tell you right now. If there are seats available, and if your mother is, or if you're able to get down to Keene University, which is a little farther north, all right.
It's about like 2 hours.
About 2 hours. No, not 2 hours. Not 2 hours. About maybe like an hour and maybe an hour and 20, maybe an hour. So, but we'll talk after the show. But they are going to be at Keene University, I believe, in April. Ooh. So if you're available and if your mom and you can get there, I will buy you tickets to go see it because it is a phenomenal. It's these two young men, and they're playing the violin the entire show, and they have a drummer, and they have a person as a DJ, and it is, when I tell you, these two young men, these two African American young men, they are phenomenal. I saw it live, and it is something to see, and I think it would inspire you. So I just want you to know. So
I think my orchestra actually played something that they composed last year.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So it's like
wow.
It's Brandenburg number 3, and Brandenburg is a classical
Yes.
composer way back when.
Yes.
But then they had transcribed it for it to be like in the beginning it was like the normal song, and like towards the middle it turned, and it still had the original
yes.
sound, but there was like a beat to it, and it
They're
was really
amazing.
cool.
They're amazing.
It was great.
I'm trying to get them on the show as well. But they are amazing. So I want to bless you with those tickets to go see them if you're available to get there, if we can work it out. So we'll talk to mom and after the show and just see if that time frame that they're going to be there, you're available. Because she's so busy, y'all.
I will make myself available.
She's like everywhere. So I want to ask you now, pageantry. Oh my goodness. When did you start pageantry? like how long you been doing that?
Oh, since forever.
Oh my goodness.
My first pageant was when I was 8. When I was 8 or 9.
Okay.
Hold on, because I was a junior preteen in my first pageant. That's like the age range from 7 to 9-year-olds.
Right.
Oh wait, I was 9. Okay, I just did the math. Okay, so I was 9, and it's my first pageant because the NAM letter came in the mail and for National American Miss.
Yes.
And my brothers were like, "Oh my God, Nnenna, you can go to Disney World." I'm like, what? Because I'm a little girl and like Disney. I love we were Disney members and we got the movie. So I'm like, oh my God, I can go to Disney World. So we got to the pageant. I have no idea what I'm doing at all. So I'm like, oh wow. Like now when I look at them, I'm like, I really didn't do much here. Wow. But then, like, after that, I was like, I kind of like this. And, you know, like, made my confidence, like,
Right,
boost. And,
right,
you know, and I got, like, more people skills. And, you know, I, like, volunteered to go first. And I'm volunteering to be on the radio show. It's really cool. And now I'm here.
Yes, you are. You're here. Listen, y'all, she is here on Hamilton Radio. I'm telling you right now, this is Nnenna Eke.
Yeah.
17 years old, aspiring aerospace engineer, environmental scientist. She's got a GPA of 3.5. She's Miss Eastern State 2020, and so much. And she played the violin. So I'm telling you, you are truly inspiring. And I gotta ask you, even about the pageantry, what was it about pageantry that kept you going back year after year or over and over?
You know, like, not. Let me, like, put this in, like, a way where it's, like, everything. Because there's a lot of things that, like, go into pageantry where it's, like, dressing up or, like, meeting new people. But honestly, I think it's more, like, kind of like a cat and a dog, like, chase thing. Because, you know, like, you start a pageant, like, to win.
Yes.
But, like, when you don't win, you're obviously upset. But then you keep, like, trying and, like, going back to win. But, like, the main thing is, like, they don't say, like, the main thing is to win, but that's what.
Right. And you did. Now, is this your first title?
For Royal International Miss, no, it is not.
Oh, excuse me. So, educate us, please.
Okay, so last year I was Garden State Junior Teen, so I was younger, and now since I moved up, I have an appointed title. So I will be going to Florida again in July to compete for the national title.
Wow, awesome. Listen, let's give it up for this amazing young lady. That is wonderful. So you're going to Florida in July.
Yes.
And I want because I'm always asking people that do things publicly, that go on stage. Were you always confident, or if not, how did you get to a point where you felt comfortable in who you are to be able to go forth and just be the great person that you are?
I wasn't always as confident as I used to. Like, you know, meeting new people wasn't a hard thing for me to do, but I would rather, like, be reserved. Like, if I already had friends, I'd stick with them already. But like, being through pageantry and, like, you know, you have to be out there and you make friends so easily in pageantry because there's people with, like, the same similarities, and if they don't, then you make similarities by being at the pageant. So making friends is so easy, and, like, I just built, like, these personal skills by being in pageantry for so long, and it's so crazy that it's because of pageantry.
Awesome. Well, we are so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I really am. It's been a blessing to know you. And I'm so thank you to Alyssa and Amanda through Strut and Brand A, allowing us to. I've been blessed, y'all, to meet so many amazing people along this journey in this short period I've been with Hamilton. But I'm telling you, it's amazing. And I want to get your autograph. I gotta get a picture. Well, we're doing some more photo shoots anyway, but I gotta get a picture with you because it's always wonderful to be and say, you know what, I know her. And I hope to continue. Listen. You know, like when you do the rockets and so forth. So now, I mean, that's a big thing. You know, NASA is a serious, you know, and being able to fly and to reach. But when you said what you said, that when you looked into the telescope, you didn't see any stars.
Yeah.
But you said, you know what? You're gonna keep reaching because you're gonna see the stars. I love that. So I gotta ask you now, what do you think? Because there's so many people watching this show now that will watch it over again. To say, well, how did you reach this place? What would you say are 1, 2, or 3 characteristics that is critical, important for every person to have who wants to reach their ultimate goal?
3 words.
It could be 3 words. It could be 3 phrases, whatever you would think. But
okay, so the first one would definitely be determination. Like, no matter what you do, keep trying, and, like, persistency is key. Because you know you're not always gonna hit it on the first mark, but you gotta keep going until you get where you need to be. Second thing would definitely be confidence. Because you know, if you don't go into something confidently, then it's not gonna be, like, executed to, like, the top place where it needs to be. And the last thing would definitely be optimism, because if you don't look up to the bright side, I don't know where you're going to look at.
Wow, give me 2 files on that one. I'm telling y'all, listen, I'm telling you. Persistence, I believe confidence, and optimism. Listen, I would have never thought about that word, optimism. Listen, I'm telling you, listen, listen, you think that Einstein was, this young lady right here is intelligent and she's going places. So thank you, Einstein, but thank you, Nnenna, because we're getting ready for something greater right now. Because this show is all about dreams. I tell you every Thursday night, dream, take that step, walk with purpose into your destiny. This is what this show, Into Your Destiny. This is what this show is all about. We bring on people that have achieved amazing plateaus in life and to encourage you to follow yours. What would you say, Nnenna, to that young person that's watching and say, you know what? Wow, I got a dream, but I just don't know if I can reach it, or I don't know how to start. Or like, what would you say to them to encourage them?
If people think that your dreams are too big and they're making you discouraged, ask them if your dreams are big enough.
Go ahead, go. See, I'm telling you. Listen, sign her up. Listen, if you need a motivational speaker, sign her up. I'm telling you, a violin, sign her up right now. So I'm telling you, how can people, like, are you on social media?
Yeah.
Can folks find you or follow you? Mm-hmm. How can they do that?
Okay, so my Facebook is just Nnenna Eke, and my Instagram is Nnenna _.
There you go. Her name is her brand. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Her name is her brand. So I want to ask you because I can imagine, because all young people go through different things in life, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, you're doing the violin, and I guess that's not attractive. You know, most people don't say, "Oh, I want to do violin," but sometimes they do. But and then aerospace engineer, wow, and then so much you're doing. What would you say has been one or two of your biggest challenges that you've had to face? Now, again, you're 17. Mm-hmm. Again, just being a teenager alone. So what do you think has been one or two of your biggest challenges that you've had to face, and how were you able to do that?
I've had multiple challenges, like, as like a teenager and like having to balance a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And like, one thing that I could definitely own up to is definitely procrastination. Mm-hmm. I never want to do projects when I first get them, but then as soon as like the due date's like the day before, then I'm like, oh no, I forgot to do the project. And it's like, I feel like every teenager goes through that at least a couple times a week.
Yes, I'm sure. And adults.
Yeah, and honestly, just like finding the drive to do things. Like, like you could be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this today. But like, nope, you got to do it today, because if not, then when?
Yes. So procrastination has been something that you had to work on.
That's a big thing I have to work on.
Well, at least you acknowledge it and you know it.
Yeah.
So, but that's all. Listen, I'm telling you, one thing that I've encouraged people, listen, whatever your goal is, set yourself a timetable. That you want to reach it, and you know yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what it's going to take, and so it's awesome to be able to know it and then be able to work on it, make it better. So I love it. So I want to ask you, what are your next dreams? Like, do you have any other goals right now that you've written or that you've put in your mind that you want to reach? Again, pageantry, you've got the crown. Violin, she's got the first chair. Aerospace engineer, she's already got the seat. I'm sure somebody is watching this. So listen, I want her at my college. Now, do you know where you're going?
Of course not.
So I'm telling you, So what are your next dream? Like what is your next aspiration?
To get accepted into college.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Now, do you want to be on East Coast, West Coast? Don't matter.
Wherever the wind takes me.
And I'm sure her mom was like, and wherever the money we're able to, all the scholarships right now. So that's awesome. But is there a school or two that you really would like to go to?
About 2 weeks ago, I actually put in all my applications in, so now I'm just waiting to hear back.
Okay.
So on the list, we have University of Maryland at number 1, Virginia Tech, there is Florida Institute of Technology, Purdue University, West Virginia University, and there's one more, but I can never remember. Oh, LSU.
Oh, yeah, they just won the championship, the football championship as well. Awesome. That is wonderful. I love the fact that you've done what you needed to do. Now it's just waiting for a response. I love that. So I want to. There's so much. Who inspires you? Like who is your role models? Like who, or like even growing up, or is there someone that you've looked and said, wow, they really inspired me to, whether it's the violin, whether it's pageantry, whether it's anything that you've done. Is there one or two or some people that have inspired you?
My family has been my biggest inspiration. Like my
Wow.
mom, she's my number one fan. Like she comes with me everywhere. Like
Awesome.
she's my drive to do things. And my aunt, I owe her the world. And
Wow.
I just can't wait to actually get there so I can give back to from what I've received from them.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
because they do a lot for me, and it's my turn to return the favor.
And she's only 17. I mean, that's wonderful. I'm going to applaud you because so many people. So talk about your family a little bit more. How have they been a part of this journey in your life that has helped you to reach the place where you are? Because not every young person has a supportive, family around them. So what is it like to have a family, people to cheer you on?
Okay, so I'll start with my brothers. Okay, so there's Nkemdi and Namdi. We're all close in age. Like, I'm 17, Nkemdi's 19, and Namdi's 22. So, there was almost, a hiatus in, what I wanted to do with my life. Because, I've always had something, so clear about, I don't know, maybe I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
But, they're like, you've been talking about this since you were young, and this is what you want to do.
Right.
So,
right.
they got me back on my feet, and my brothers are my best friends, and they're always there for me, and I'm there for them.
Awesome.
And my dad, oh my gosh, he's like, oh, you need to get your grades right. I'm like, okay, Dad, I got it. And I'm like, what's your GPA? 3.5. Make it a 3.6. I'm like, oh. Okay, my mom's like, did you do your homework today? No. I'm like, why not? So she makes sure I'm doing
Awesome.
everything I need to do. And then my aunt, she's my best friend too. I love talking to her. And all my family, we're all close. And
Awesome.
yeah, I can go on and on about them.
No, and you should, because not every young person has that in their life. So it's a blessing when you have a family of support that's there, that's rooting you on. And just so you know, I'm a fan of yours as well. So I'm a fan of this young lady. I'm telling you, I'm cheering her on because I'm excited. Now I gotta ask you, have you ever been to I think there's a museum in Florida with NASA, right? Is it in Florida or is it somewhere? But have you been to what is it? We went there to visit, and I can't think of the name of the place, but it's in Florida, and you're able to go and see the rocket ships. You can actually go, and it's like a tour of I'm going to find out, but for somebody who might know it, you can send me a message right now. But have you been to Florida to that space station? I can't think of what the name is, but I know it's NASA.
So it is the space station in Florida?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
You haven't been there?
I've been somewhere
wow.
similar, but it's not
Okay.
like a NASA base because, in D.C. how they have all the museums.
Yes.
Yeah, so I went to the National Air and Space Museum. I don't remember the name.
well, we got to get you to Florida.
It the Aviation Air and Space Museum?
Okay. Now you're going to Florida in July, you said, right? Mm-hmm. So listen, we got to make that happen. You got to go see that. I'm telling you that I don't know how far your pageant is from, but it's a really inspiring place to be, and so, but it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I just want to thank you again so much. Oh, the Kennedy Space Center. Thank you so much, Ruben. So the Kennedy Space Center there in Florida, but it's something to see. It really is something, and to see how small the initial capsules were that you had to fit in.
Yeah, there's a height
goodness.
requirement to be an astronaut. I'm like, oh wow, I didn't think of it that way. I'm like, it's crazy.
Well, listen, you can actually build your own. Well, you're gonna build your own rocket anyway, so you can build whatever size you want, right?
And make leg room
That's right.
for all my taller astronauts.
There you go. She's gonna make leg room for the taller. I'm telling you, that's wonderful. So can you imagine walking in space?
Oh my gosh, that's all I ever think about.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah, I'm like, if I go to space, and you have to go out the rocket to do a spacewalk and check the outside if it's okay.
Yes.
And being in space in general, it's the thought of it's crazy.
Can you imagine I'm thinking those stars? I mean, to be able to reach and touch and be up close, to walk on the moon. Just amazing.
It's crazy. I'm actually thinking about going further than the moon and going to Mars instead.
Hey, I'm talking about that. Listen, she going further than the moon. Listen, I love your mindset. I love your drive. One of my favorite movies is Apollo 13.
Oh, Houston, we have a problem.
I watch it every time it comes on, and I love the acting and everything. But I love seeing people go through experiences and fight their way through and figure out, and never giving up. So I love that, and I love your persistence. I love your drive. Like, do you sleep or do you like work all the time?
Sleep all the time.
She said sleep all the time. Wow. So
Love sleep.
you do. Well, listen. I love getting up early. I love starting early, and I love working late. I do. I love always on the go. But listen, I have to definitely have you back to play some more for us. Now, have you played your violin at any other events other than school?
I have played it for talent
Okay.
in pageantry, and I'm going to play in July.
Awesome. That's in Florida.
Yes.
Awesome. But have you played it anywhere else?
No.
Are you accepting invitations?
Yes.
She's accepting invitations. So if you're having a program, an event, and trust me, I'm going to have some myself. So I'm going to definitely invite you as we go forward. But I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your family. I'm just excited because you're amazing. Do you feel amazing?
Sometimes.
Listen, I'm telling you, because you are truly inspiring to so many. And like I said, those watching this show, I want to ask you, because sometimes we have, regrets. Sometimes our life is, we're working and we're going for, I wish I had done. Is there anything in your life that you wish you could go back and change and say, you know what? Wow, I wish I would have, if I had known now what I knew then, I would have did it this way or did it that way.
I've thought about that a lot. It's kind of odd because I want to have the ability to play any instrument that I pick up.
Oh, wow.
So whenever I have the opportunity to learn the cello or the upright bass, and I'm I should have taken that opportunity and ran with it. But I'm learning slower, but I'm still gonna get there.
Yes, you are.
But I just I should have just took the opportunity when I had it.
Well, listen, I'm telling you, you are taking it now. I see it, and I'm grateful for you. Do you play any other instrument?
Not that I can actually say I've been
Right.
playing it for long, but I've been
Right.
playing the piano recently.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Listen, that if I have my choice, I would love to be able to play the piano or the guitar.
Well, the guitar is hard.
Oh my! Well, no. Well, if you can do the violin, you can do the guitar, right? No.
It's just kind of the same. The violin has 4 strings, and I think it's violin's more intricate, but I've played it for so long.
Right.
So
right.
because there's no frets on the
Okay.
on the oh my gosh, I can't even think of it on the fingerboard.
Right.
But on the neck of a guitar, there's frets, so you know where to put your fingers. But there's also 6 strings on a guitar.
Oh.
So that's where it gets hard, because you don't play one string like you
Right.
do on the violin.
Right.
You play chords.
Oh, that's true.
So it's more to learn with a guitar, but
Wow.
it's kind of the same concept because they're both string instruments.
Yes. And do you sing?
No.
Oh, okay. No, listen, I was asking. I don't know. You do so much, but
In the
I love
car.
singing in the car. But yeah, I love singing, and when I sing, I get such joy from singing. Do you get that from playing as well?
Yeah, I love playing all the time. If when my brothers are playing something on their speaker, then if I have my violin out from practicing,
Yes.
I'll just listen to it a little bit and pick up the notes, and I'll start playing it. And they're "Oh, it's lit!" I'm "Oh."
I love it. Listen, I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you were able to come. We had a little dates. We getting our dates together. But thank you so much for sharing your time, not only with me, but with our audience. People are going to be able to watch this back and be inspired and be encouraged. I want to ask you, do you have anything that you want to share? What's one thing about you that most people might not know?
That's really weird. I have fun facts, but they're not really important.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to share with our audience? The floor is yours. I mean, again, I thank you so much. We're going to get ready probably in about 5 minutes or so to close out the show. Is there something else that I didn't ask you that you feel like you want to share about you or your dreams?
We pretty much covered everything, but I do want to say, if you really have your mind set towards something and someone or something is discouraging you, just think about it, for the long run, and, it's your life, and only you can control it. Don't let somebody else, change your dreams and, decide what you're going to do in your life. So if you want to do something, then you're going to have to do it.
Listen, y'all, can we give it up for this amazing young lady? Thank you so. Now, I got to ask you, what does your name have a meaning?
Yes, it does.
What does your name mean?
Okay.
Miss Nnenna Eke.
Okay, so Nnenna is a Nigerian name, and it means my mother will always be with you. So my middle names consist of Mercy and Edith, and Mercy is my dad's mom's name, and Edith is my mom's name. So their mom's names are constructed into my name, so then therefore, like, their mother's names will live on with me.
That's beautiful. That is amazing. I love it. I love it. We're going to give a hand for your parents, your grandparents, and your family. And, you are making a name even greater, your name even greater, because you are choosing to go forward. You are choosing to step out into your greatness. You are choosing to take your confidence and your purpose and go forward. And it is so inspiring. I am so proud of you. I'm honored to know you. I'm so looking forward to seeing your rocket with your name on it. I'm so looking forward to having NASA to have a building in your name as well because of all of your accomplishments. Did you see the movie Hidden Figures?
Of course I did.
What did you think about that?
Okay, so I was sitting next to my mom when we were watching this movie. And, like, if you watch the movie, like, at the end, that's when they showed all the facts.
Yes.
And, like, when they were saying the facts, I'm like, I was saying the dates before they were on the screen. And my mom's like, can you stop? I'm like, no.
Wow, awesome.
So I love that movie because it shows, like, where we were as a society before and, like, what people had to do. Like, because that's almost like what I just said, like, because that was, like, their dream, and, like, they didn't let it stop them from, like, what other people thought, and they continue to do what they are, and they, like, made a gateway for other girls like me who want to work at NASA, and I think it's really cool that other people got to see, like, that point of view.
Absolutely. All I can say is we're grateful for the hidden figures that went forth and those amazing young women, and I'm telling you right now, we have a present figure right here. I'm telling you, Nnenna Eke, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you for having
me. We so appreciate you. I'm so proud of you. Again, I'm honored to know you. I'm looking forward to our next photo shoot.
Me too.
Our next photo shoot. And guess what we have coming up in May? Is it
Prom?
I'm gonna be there for Nnenna's prom. Yes, I am. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited to be there on your prom day to capture your greatness and your beautifulness. I'm not even sure that's a word, but all of that great stuff.
It's a word today.
So listen, y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and we are grateful. Listen, I'm grateful for all of you all, again, for your support, being here and watching us week to week, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here on Hamilton Radio. I told you to dream, take that step, and walk with purpose into your destiny. Don't ever give up on your dream, no matter where it is or what it is or who it is. Hold on to your dream. And I told you my story. Listen, I told you I couldn't talk as a child, but listen, now I'm talking all over the world. Listen, it's possible. Believe and connect yourself with somebody. Listen, I told you, if you don't see it, connect yourself with somebody that does see it. And if you can only see but so far, connect with somebody that sees a little bit farther than you, and they'll help you get there. I've lifted my hand every week, every show. I've told you, I'll help you do all that I can to help you reach your goal and your destiny. I'm telling you, because this is what somebody did for me. You don't have to do this by yourself. And I'm here. I'm rooting for you. I put on Facebook this week. I am rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. I am one of your biggest fans. And this young lady, telling you, one of your biggest fans, so I'm cheering for you, and we're so proud. Thank you so much for supporting us every week on Hamilton Radio. We love you, we appreciate you, and you know my motto, dream, take that step, and walk with purpose into your destiny. This is Troy Alexander right here on Hamilton Radio every Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Have a great night. Thank you so much.